This 1 Degree Outside video is brought to you by Fiesta Shows.
This holiday season, experience the magic of the celebration of lights. Drive through over a mile of glittering road transformed into a wonderland of color with more than 1 million LED lights in the Merrimack Valley, South Shore, Central Mass, and Maine. Now through January 3rd, save on tickets and enter to win at fiesta.1degreeoutside.com.
Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Danielle here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network with your Tuesday Noises notes as we watch areas of snow move in and ramp up over the course of late morning and midday. The height of the storm through the afternoon and evening, generally noon to 8 p.m. with things tailing off after that and a flip back to snow even at the coastline. So it will be tough travel this afternoon and evening especially. Variable road conditions too, from completely snow covered through the interior to wet with areas of ponding of water and big puddles in eastern Massachusetts. Mainly rain at the coastline. Highest snow totals will be through the interior, and there will be a very sharp gradient or ramp up in the snowfall from little, if anything, where the rain comes down to that rain snow line. And just north and west of that, the consistency of the snow is going to be wet and pasty as well. You can watch our 24/7 streaming network. We'll be on there as necessary over the course of the day today. 3 ways to watch. Smart TV, open up the YouTube app, 1 Degree Outside Network, online always at 1degreeoutside.live, or you can just tap right at the top of the home screen of our app. So feels like forecast with the kiddos at the bus stop. It's a chilly start. Hard to put this in a New England wide average, right? But up around 30 degrees. There will be pockets of rain and snow depending on location. And the wind won't be overly concerning over the course of the day today. We'll talk about the wind gusts at the coastline in just a second. So notice pockets of light snow continue to advance in across Vermont, New Hampshire, and into western Maine over the course of morning between about 6 and 8 a.m. Pockets of light snow showers here in central Massachusetts, but the bulk of the steadier precipitation waits to arrive until about 10 to 11 a.m. filling in. Notice that rain snow line dancing around 495 to 128 at the onset. So a little burst of snow. Really sharp contrast in the temperatures. 41 in Boston, actually may come close to, but probably just shy of 50 on Cape Cod. And then there's that coastal front setting up. So we'll go from 41 to Boston to temperatures right around freezing when you get from Worcester back up into the Merrimack Valley, north and west of that. It's a wet, pasty snow. The farther north you go, it does get a little bit fluffier in consistency, where you notice our temperatures through the afternoon are running in the 20s in far northern New England. So over the course of the afternoon, that rain snow line is going to dance around 495. Notice it does come back briefly north and west of that over the course of late afternoon to early evening. South and east of that, it's rain, and it rains hard, and that's why there'll be areas of reduced visibility. Pockets of snow continue right on through the late afternoon and evening with that rain snow line collapsing back down to the coastline, but it does take, you notice, until late evening in the first part of the overnight. So places like 128, you notice by 10 p.m. making the flip back over into Boston around midnight, where the temperature is still in the low 30s. And then the back edge does come into western New England between 10 p.m. and midnight. Eastern areas between about midnight and 2 a.m. It's a much lighter consistency and fluffy at that point as the back edge comes through. So early tomorrow morning for Wednesday, any lingering moisture may freeze up as you notice the temperatures continue to drop. The one spot where it does stay above freezing when you get from the far south shore back down to the Cape, breaks of sun coming out. So no big changes to our snowfall map. The biggest thing you'll see is that we've really tightened up that gradient. Where that rain snow line sets up, right around 495, it's going to go from little, if anything, and then ramp up very quickly here. So the coating to an inch that you see in eastern Massachusetts, including for the city of Boston, back up through Essex County, and then perhaps briefly on the South Shore, it's more like a coating. That's on the tail end as we flip back over to snow briefly, again, around midnight. Then you get along north of 128, and it's more like 1 to 2, ramping up quickly to 2 to 4, and then 4 to 6 when you see places north of Haverhill, stretching back down to Lowell, Worcester right on that edge between 2 to 4 and 4 to 6, but then it does ramp up quickly. Holden, Clinton, northwest side into the Worcester Hills, 6 to 8, and then 8 to 12, which will encompass a very large area of most of central New England where it is all snow. Higher totals here focused from southern Vermont, probably a little pinpoint average here where it does go over a foot in some portions just off the coastline in far southern Maine. Then it ramps down just a little bit, 68. This is a great storm here for ski country where we're piling the snow up, then 4 to 6 and 2 to 4 right along the Canadian border. A widespread 8 to 12 here across most of southern central Maine. There'll be a little less from the mid coast to down east Maine, and then generally most other areas go about 4 to 8 inches with a little less across the far northern crown of Maine. how much melted precipitation, then where the rain comes down for much of eastern Massachusetts and far southern New England. It's about a half an inch to an inch of rain you notice through much of Connecticut, but it's over an inch that falls for the South Shore and Cape. Reduced visibility, ponding water, road spray kicking up, so it's tough travel across the board. I do want to show you the wind. While it's not a big concern, notice that wind coming in from the east and southeast of the coast, but see that northerly component. So that's that convergence zone. That's that little coastal front setting up here along 495 here over the course of the afternoon to evening. The wind will be about 10 to 20 miles per hour. A brief window around midnight here with the storm passing just south and east of Nantucket. We may see some gusts to go up near 40 miles per hour. Again, a brief window of like an hour. Otherwise, you notice most spots it's 20 to 30 miles per hour. With the heavy, wet nature of the snow, with the highest totals through the interior, there may be some isolated pockets of damage or outages that do occur here. Otherwise, the temperatures drop tonight as the snow comes to an end and the back edge of the precipitation comes in. Teens and 20s, so it will be a cold overnight tonight with, again, some cleanup still underway and some slippery patches possible early tomorrow morning. You can, of course, track it all with our app. It is completely free. Thousands of 5-star reviews. Search 1 Degree Outside in the App Store and Google Play. You can tap to watch the stream right at the top. The interactive radar, past plus future mode, really great tool to have. And just a reminder, you can get more exclusive content as a member. We've got 3 membership levels that we're still running the deal for 25% off your first month. And we're running that through Thursday. We'll keep you posted on the very latest, of course, always on our stream and at onedegreeoutside.com and social media as well. Have a great day, everybody.